Ted Cord, a genius-level inventor and businessman. Ted ended up working with his Uncle Jarvis on a top-secret project. When the lab explodes, Ted learns that Jarvis was building robots on a deserted island. Ted turns to his former archaeology professor, Dan Garrett. The two men set out to find out what is actually going on at the island. They are immediately captured and find out that Jarvis is actually alive with plans on conquering the world. When things seem to be at the grimmest, Dan uses a mystical blue scarab and turns into the superpowered hero, the Blue Beetle. Dan is able to free Ted and stop Jarvis, but at the cost of his own life. Dan makes Ted promise to continue the legacy of the Blue Beetle. Before Dan can give Ted the scarab, a cave-in separates the two men. Ted is able to escape. Ted, though not having the scarab, is still determined to keep the promise he made. Using his intellect, he builds a multi-purpose aerial vehicle, Bug. Ted also trains himself to his physical peak. He creates his own Blue Beetle costume and sets out to establish his own identity as a superhero. Using his wit, agility, and a large number of gadgets, Ted would become a successful hero as the Blue Beetle, but it would take time away from running his businesses. The Beetle would become a member of the Justice League, and while in the League, Beetle would meet and befriend Booster Gold. Their friendship would last through the years. Beetle found out that a shipment of kryptonite was stolen from his company. He set to investigate the theft himself. He would track it down and find out there was a big conspiracy. He discovered a series of files that held the identities, strengths, and weaknesses of all Earth's heroes. Beetle would be captured and brutally beaten. He was offered the chance to change sides, but the Beetle wouldn't do that. He was shot and killed. Meanwhile, the scarab would end up in the hands of high schooler Jaime Reyes. It would be revealed that the scarab is not mystic in nature, but actual alien technology. It would bond itself to Jaime, and he would become the next Blue Beetle. When the timeline was reset, Ted was never killed. Jaime would seek out Ted for help with the scarab. Ted would mentor Jaime on how to be a superhero. Ted still occasionally suits up as the Blue Beetle, continues to team up with Booster, and be heroes for the people. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to know when the next video is live. And check out below to see where you can find us on the web. The Fanboy Factor. Comics, toys, movies. What's your factor?